New tonight, Bessman Okafor serving a life sentence for an Ocoee home invasion. He is slated to go on trial for that later this year, accused of killing one of the witnesses to that crime. But today, Okafor's attorney filed an unusual motion in the murder case. Here's Ryan Elijah.
Let's talk more about this now with criminal defense attorney Lyle Mazin. Lyle, it's certainly not uncommon to look for a change of venue, but to look for it in this way with a poll, a little unorthodox, correct?
It's definitely an unorthodox motion. I think what this defense attorney in this case is trying to do is trying to convince the court otherwise that they do need a change of venue, and this is a resort to do it.
And there are a lot of issues that people would point out with this. I think one is who would conduct the poll. That's one thing that would stand out right in the front. And then you're also going to bring this to the forefront. We're talking about it right now, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, the motion itself is kind of counterintuitive. You want to have the least media attention possible focused on this case prior to going to trial, but then you're filing unorthodox motions, which is obviously going to bring attention to this case. So the motion itself is a little counterintuitive and not exactly something that I would necessarily do. However, if you have nothing to lose, you take every shot you got.
Yeah, so the idea is to gauge interest. If they come back with the numbers they like, they either decide to move it or not move it. The problem is, even if you get that number, there's no guarantee you'll get that in a jury box.
Well, absolutely. The people that you're going to poll are not necessarily the people that are going to be selected for jury selection. And jury selection is designed to select and weed out anyone who has any prior bias or knowledge of anything about the case. So there's a safeguard within the jury process itself.
So what's next now in this case, Lyle?
What's next is the judge has set this motion off, and he's going to re-entertain this motion in approximately a month. Whether or not he grants it, it's going to be up to the judge. But at the end of the day, I think that this case is not necessarily one that's going to need to be moved, especially where the state doesn't think so, nor does the co-defendants.
Interesting turn. We'll certainly continue to track it here on Fox 35. Lyle, really appreciate you coming in.
Great being here.